Alright, hey guys, it's Nikki. Excuse the voice, I'm just getting over a bit of a cold here. I definitely meant to post in March and you'll notice that I did not. However, in my defense, I was a complete and utter idiot. I filmed the beginning and ending on my Canon, my intro, my conclusion for the video on the Canon, and everything else I did as vlog footage on my phone. And I got a new phone, and outside of saving the pictures of my son off of the old phone, I transferred nothing, absolutely nothing to the new phone, and so I lost all of my vlog footage. And so I just decided to skip it. I mean, I wasn't particularly loving the way that the video played out. I had been hoping for at least one really good hit, and of the 5 books I read, of these random like mass market paperback romances that I read, most of them were duds, and I think I kept one of them. Yeah, I kept one of those books, and it just made me very sad. But moving forward, I had hoped I was going to have better books, and I'm here to do kind of quick reviews for these 2 witchy books. Again, I had intended to do a vlog. I had started to do a vlog. Bada bing, bada boom. That footage is gone too. But I'm here to just give you a quick review of them now because of this. So first up, I'm going to do A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. It's Grumpy Sunshine. Honestly, both of these books are Grumpy Sunshine. And I haven't really read many witchy books in the rom-com world, so I was hoping that these would be, at least one of them would be a hit. I was anticipating this one being a hit, if for no other reason than I really have enjoyed the series called Mead Mishaps recently. The first book being The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I was hoping it would be like a fun, kind of spicy adventure like that one had been, and I was very wrong. This was definitely more rom-com material, and it happened to be a witch in the modern world and a demon in the modern world, and the demon plane being mentioned, like where the demon is from, occasionally as background. Like, I don't even know how to explain this. You have Mariel, who is your main female protagonist, and she is cute, she is fun, she is everything sunny. She loves, I think it's plant magic is like her, yeah, plant magic is just like her bread and butter. She's unbelievably good at it. She loves gardening, she loves baking, she's just this fun, sunny, very cozy character. And of course her family is super ambitious and absolutely hates it. Like, why would this cinnamon roll of a character be hated by her family, guys? And then you have Azeroth, the demon. And he used to be like this legendary bargainer from the demon plane, because in this world you summon demons, you make bargains, which is the pinnacle of their issues here, is that they have a demon bargain to sort out. Anyways, something went wrong with Azeroth's last bargain, and now he needs to make up for it somehow. He needs to become his legendary bargainer again. And of course, feelings happen, love happens, sex happens. Honestly, pretty forgettable. I can't even guarantee you how many times, like, I remember them having sexual tension, having romantic tension. It was just, I didn't feel like I got to know the characters well enough to get really invested in their relationship. If anything, I liked them as friends more than as lovers. It was just very strange. I found out that there's a sequel to this book. I will not be picking it up if that wasn't clear by how I'm talking about this, and how, even though I've read this like maybe a week ago, I have just zero recollection really of how much I liked this book, because it wasn't terrible, but it was just, I've put it down and it's now completely forgettable. I think I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars if I rated it on Goodreads. If not, I'll put that up now. It's kind of like a 2.5, 3 for me. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't what I wanted out of this book, out of this kind of fake dating situation of convenience, because I love fake dating. That's one of my favorite tropes in romance, and it fell a little short for me. If you don't mind the story kind of not really, not really focusing on like the romance sex part, like they both talk about it and it's there, but like the fact that I didn't feel like their characters were overly involved, if that's not something that's a deal breaker for you, you might enjoy this. And then I'll move on to Witcha Gonna Do by Avery Flynn. So this is a witch in the part of the most, well, not I guess witch, even though she's not technically magic, according to her. So she is unlucky in love. Her family is like the strongest witch family in the neighborhood. There's a lot of surrounding the legacy of her family that she feels really bad not being able to live up to, which I thought was a really interesting thing to try to explore. And then you have, what's her first name? Oh my goodness. It doesn't say on the back. Tilda. Matilda, I think, is the full name. And then you have Gil, who is her quote-unquote nemesis. Although you just kind of get dropped into the story, I don't really understand why she considers him a nemesis. And I remember reading her explanation. I still don't understand. But she's going on these series of fake dates, or not fake dates, blind dates set up by this witch who is like a matchmaker, and she keeps matching these guys up. You find out later that Gil was kind of trying to force this other witch to do that, but then you find out he didn't need to do that. Like, the cards that she reads to find matches for witches led it to him and her dating. Long and short of it is, they get to know each other, they fake date, they start falling in love. Again, premise I would really like. But then there's like a weird deal going on in the background. Gil's trying to be like a double agent of some kind, and it just is really weird, and I don't understand. And I feel like I say that with both these books. Like, the premise is there, the characters are there, and it's just, I end up just not understanding by the time I get to the end. And I feel bad because, like, for me, there's clearly such a good chance of these being like really awesome books, and they just didn't live up to it for me. This one is even shorter and felt even quicker. Like, the pacing of both of these books was just so fast. I really struggled to, like, I think that's why I struggled so much to like get into the story, get into the relationship, and be invested in these couples. And there's this shocking, not shocking, completely telegraphed twist at the end, where, surprise, all these things Matilda thinks about herself aren't true, and because of how it was dealt with by her family and the people around her, it blows up in everybody's faces, like, completely spectacularly. And there's a lot of, like, not so much will they, won't they, but, like, Gil has this kind of magic, like, for lack of a better term, like, love magic, that this entire society hates and, like, views very negatively, because historically, these kinds of witches and wizards have, like, used it to, like, manipulate people to get what they want done. Even though it's like any other kind of magic in this world, where you can't just make something from nothing. Like, if the emotions aren't there, you can't build on it. I thought Gil could be fun. I thought Tilda could be fun. And this entire series, it fell flat. I don't know if this is a series, but this was supposed to be a series of, like, fun witchy books that have similar covers, and they have fun covers, and I just didn't love them. This one is the same, kind of that 2.5 out of 5 stars. I think there is an audience out there for them, but it is just not me. Both were a little spicy, both had fake dating, both had situations where the main female protagonist is completely, like, she's the underdog, powerful partners that really see the true potential of them without having to be told. And yeah, like, they could have been really fun, and it's not that they weren't great, they just weren't what I wanted. So I'll leave that there with you, kind of a disappointing 2.5 out of 5s. And I'm hoping the next experience will be a little better. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.